Hello YouTube and welcome to GrunfWorks Plays KSP. This is episode 26 of our Interplanetary Voyage. And in previous episode we have successfully docked the SSTI Horus in the on the orbit around Duna. And we have inserted the spacedock 2 episodes ago in the orbit around Duna. So now when we finally have a command center, we can actually remote control the spacedock with a satisfactory without any, time delay. So that's great. So that means that in this episode we will be focusing on getting the spacedock connected to the station. So making maneuvers just to make sure that we are correctly aligned and we do intersect with the trajectory wise to the station. Let's us accelerate the time a little bit. Okay, come on. We are coming up on our burn in 1 hour 40 minutes. So we have another, pass, another orbit to wait. Although our Duna Orbital 1 is following us and giving us connection, which is great. And when Duna Orbital 1 comes behind anything else, then we have a bunch of relay satellites providing coverage. So that's why I think it's pretty good. And I don't only mean orbital relay satellites, but also the polar ScanSat satellite also providing the relay, which is great. This provides us some much needed redundancy, because when you're playing with remote tech, you really, really don't want to lose connection. Okay, so 19.2 meters per second to burn in 20 seconds. I don't know how long it's going to take, but I think we have a good enough thrust weight, so it should be like a matter of second or two. So I will slightly kick the accelerator. Oh, and I forgot to activate the engine. Oh, right. Okay, yep, okay, overcooked it a little bit. It's good enough that I have the RCS, which helps me correct my horrible flying skills. Okay, great. That means this maneuver node is pretty much done. And why is it still staying there? I have no bloody idea, but okay. I think it's like a graphical glitch or bug or something. But for the time being, let us focus first on making sure that we do secure us a rendezvous. And this looks good enough. So we have 73.8 meters per second burn when we reach the periapsis. I'm just making sure that I turn my craft maneuver prograde slowly but surely. I'm really interested in if this spacedock will work, because this is, guys, the ship that I have designed in the Interplanetary Voyage of Exploration Series 1, which was many episodes ago, or actually 26 episodes ago. So if you haven't seen it, I would urge you to go and check. It's pretty cool. It's where I started doing all this, and it was in KSP 090. But I was using the Adios tech tree, which I found amazing. I am really missing it out here. I would love to unlock a last couple of nodes, but what can you do? The Adios wasn't ported, so I just decided to play Sandbox, I guess. At least for this series, for some time to come. The campaign, I found it would be too limiting. So, okay. We have 50 seconds to our burn. Not a big burn, but we just want to make sure that we have a good encounter after it. And I mean, our engine is powerful enough, so we can actually... We do have the oomph, I believe 20 equivalent of 20 thrust to weight. So, a lot. Okay, let's now just fix our maneuver node, separation decreasing while I fiddle with the RCS thrusters. Okay, great. And I believe it's time for the next, next orbit. I have decided to reload, guys, because of that graphical bug, and as you can see, it's still present. I actually might cut this part out. Okay. Sorry, I had a graphical glitch with the maneuver node and I needed to cut that part out and basically reload the game from the start. Just F5, F9 didn't work, so I have to reboot the game. Coming up on our station. Let's delete the alarm. (140 meters per second relative to the target, and we have plenty of delta V and plenty of thrust, so it's not something that I'm overly concerned about. And even more important, our time delay is negligible because, yes, we are coming up on the command center. Also, guys, once we dock this space dock, I think I will be reshuffling our SSTOs because this whole point of this space dock is that the space planes are docked there. Only the landers and other stuff should be going upwards. So yeah. 10 kilometers out, we are coming in. I am a bit more casual with the thrust to weight, or with the relative velocity, because this one I know has enough oomph that I can stop pretty much instantly. .8 kilometers. .2, 2.8. Okay, I think we have come within the physics range. This will be exciting, finally, after such a long time, completing our Duna orbital station. Adding the last piece of the puzzle. Because we have to remember, I mean, we have the two SSTOs, or one SSTO or one shuttle and one SSTI currently docked, but our Voyager is currently at Kerbal waiting for the next transfer window, and then it will be coming back with some fresh recruits. Or fresh Kerbals, so yeah. Okay, thrusting gently. Target velocity 10 meters per second. .700 meters out. Sorry, I had a couple of Skype notifications, so I just wanted to turn off my Skype. 620 meters. Beautiful screenshot there. Duna orbital coming ever so closer, and the point, guys, is to attach this space dock at the bottom. And currently we had there an old command pod from the huge interplanetary ship that actually brought this station to Duna. So just that you know, I mean, if you haven't seen that episode, it's I think 2000 subscriber special. I had 2 episodes or 3 episodes, but of Kerbal engineering. I would urge you to check it. It's pretty cool. The first episode was more, you know, designing the whole station and the whole craft, and the second one was actually taking that station and basically breaking it into launchable components and test launching it into Kerbal orbit before we actually assembled the whole monstrosity and shipped it off to Duna. But this is more or less all of it happened in the series 1. So if you haven't seen it, that's why I'm telling you. It's pretty interesting story in terms of how this station got to be here, etc. Okay, now time to actually get aligned. I had a minor crash here, so sorry. I needed to disconnect, or actually I needed to switch to this craft, and I needed to disconnect the old cabin and also close down these radiator panels because I don't want to be hitting them. And then I remembered I have absolutely nobody in that bloody panel. I wanted to control it and move it out of the way, and then I realized I don't have anybody there. So I think we will have to use spacedock to bump it out of the way, because this capsule wasn't designed to be remote controlled, sadly. It was supposed to be like a shuttle or a tug, but I don't really need it for fitting anything because I usually design components that are self-fitting, like this spacedock, for example. So we'll have to use spacedock to just gently nudge it out of its seating and attach in its place, basically. Okay, just making sure that I'm properly aligned. Let's rotate a little bit. Oh, a little bit too much. Somewhere around here, shall we keep it? Good. Yeah, I think that would be nice. I want it also to be nicely aligned so that it gives great screenshot when flying over Duna, you know. And what I'm also thinking about is that the radiator panels, if you think about, are stretching, you know, like on the left and the right. So this means that our docks should go top and bottom as they are currently now aligned. So, okay. And this will be an interesting docking because we have to come between the 2 radiator panels and also nudge the old command capsule out of the way. So yeah, I could have made my job a lot easier by just attaching something to that, you know, like one Sepratron or something, which would basically dislodge this complete thingy, but okay. $80 meters to go. This will be an interesting docking. Fortunately enough, this craft is well balanced, so I have no problems whatsoever when it comes to docking it, or controlling it, for that matter. Okay, just making sure that I align, and it's already slightly dislodged by the sheer decompression, I guess, of a little bit when it was released, so it's already partially out of my way, but I still need to bump it. Very carefully. I have not done this maneuver beforehand, so yeah. This will be a little bit new for me as well. It's good always to test your comfort level. That's when you actually do some cool stuff. Okay, up, then getting ready for the nudge. We are coming up to it, and I believe we are pushing it, bumping it, yes. We can see it going slightly away. Great. Time to come closer and trying to slide back in. This will be a tight fit. And when I think tight, I'm thinking really tight fit. Okay. Let's just go out just a smidge. Because it's not letting me in for some reason. Hold on. I am well aligned, but as far as I thrust, I cannot get in. What's wrong? Oh, I see. Oh boy, don't sell me this. Guys, if you have noticed, or if you guessed that my lamps that are lighting the docks are stumbling onto the radiator panels of the station, you have guessed correctly. So I'll rotate this by 45 degrees, and now I'll dock it back in. And I'm hoping... Okay, let's make it on this side rather. Okay, somewhere along these lines, and now let's try and thrust up. Come on, it would be a shame that I'm not successful at docking. Oh, and it seems that it goes... Yes! Success! Success! We have docked, ladies and gentlemen. I didn't believe this would be possible. For a second there, there was a sheer moment of terror, and I thought that I have engineered my station wrongly. Whew! Now let's disconnect. We have two separatrons that were holding these two edges of the space dock together. Let's bring up the servo controls and open up our space dock. Oh yeah. Working as intended. Amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, our station is finally complete and the space dock is in its place. Okay. Now, we have two space planes that I want to be docking. And obviously the two top docks are for our two shuttles, the Discovery and the Voyager. So I will be docking those there. And then I will be docking the SSTI Horus from underneath. Let us extend the radiators panels, at least for additional challenge, because we want additional challenge, of course. Why else bother? Okay, just a little bit of screenshots and beautiful screenshot over Duna, and I think it's time that we actually start considering on how to actually pull this docking maneuver off. Okay, continuing. Let's see, which one will we take first? I am thinking that we would take first the shuttle. Okay. Come on, buddy. Oh, careful, careful. For that, I would need my pilot. Careful. Come on. Great. And get in. Okay. That's Kustha. And let's decouple now. So, Kustha, buddy, you will be redocking the Discovery. I mean, you're a pilot, it's in your job description. So, I just want to make sure that I control from this port, and I want to set this one as a target. And then redock. So you don't have a long flight, Kustha, but you will be, performing a very important thing, which is actually reparking our space planes. Careful with the wings, though. Ooh, yay. Okay. Close, close. Okay, we are well aligned. So we just need to make sure that I'm thinking that I would like to align it something along these lines. It would look cool. We have to be really careful and about the coolness factor, because we don't just want to, dock the space plane. We want it also to look nice. So, and while we're doing that, we want to be very careful in terms of how do we approach the habitation ring. We don't want to be, bumping into the habitation ring with one of our wings, or control surfaces for that matter. So this is a little bit fiddly operation, but I'm pretty confident that Kustha is up to the task. Okay, slowly but surely we are coming down. Some great piloting by Kustha over here. Okay, slightly reverse. Be careful on the radiator panels, please. These are really, like pinpoint maneuvers. But I mean, Kustha is a 5-star pilot. He is one of our, most experienced Kerbals. At least he lived long enough to tell the tale. What can I tell you? Okay, and so slightly now. Put it in the reverse, please, and just have it coasting. Will ya? Relative distance of 3 meters. 2, 1. Ooh. A little bit hard on the thrust just to make sure that our relative velocity is slow enough. Everything seems in order and docked. Like I said, this maneuver is not a problem for Kustha. Great job, Kustha. So time to now move the Horus. And the Horus will be coming from underneath. I'm really proud how this station looks. It's amazing with this space dock on these planes. Okay, Kustha, time for you, buddy, to go back to your nap. I'm sorry that I woke you, but I hope you had fun. Wave to the crowd, will ya? So, Kustha is our dedicated, shuttle pilot. And we have already the Horus crewed because it has just arrived recently. But this little docking maneuver for the Kustha just gave them enough time to actually have some snacks, chill out for a second, and then we will be redocking at the space dock. Okay, great. Time to undock the Horus. Okay, and let's undock. Great. Now, gently but carefully. Let's move away from here. Oh, wrong craft. Okay, you are piloting, so be careful with the Horus, will you? It has, after all, 2 nuclear reactors. We don't want them to go boom boom. Okay, so let's select this as a docking port. So I have to make sure that I'm temporarily ignoring what my docking port alignment indicators say and just visually navigating away from the station. So, once again I open the cargo bay for some reason. Okay, I'm just gonna be putting I do want to balance everything out because I have a feeling that my craft is currently unbalanced a little bit. I realize that it won't be able to be fully balanced, but at least I want it to have semi-balanced, you know? That would make the whole docking procedure easier. Okay. This will be even more fiddly, I guess, than the previous one, because this one is not balanced correctly. Okay, careful, careful. I'm just trying to find the right angle, because I don't want to be snapping my wings. Okay, we move a little bit away. Not too fast out, though. Yeah, this is the direction that I want to be moving. Great. And the moment we move away, I will be flipping my wings. Yes. Okay, you know, careful. Okay, great. And then you will be... Okay, great. You have aligned Horus correctly. Now let's put the target reticule in the middle, and we are 31 meters too high. So just gently rotate it. Hold on, let me figure out which way to rotate as well. Is it that way? I think it's that way. Yes. Great. Okay. Stop. Okay, so rotation done, only translation left to go. Now, let's see which way. I think we have cleared pretty much everything, so now we can actually extend our radiator panels. I mean, it's not really mandatory for these maneuvers because I'm not firing up my nukes, but the whole point is I prefer my craft to look symmetrical, you know. Okay, we are going down slowly but surely. And since this craft is not perfectly balanced, I'm just rather making small puffs than the burns, you know, to actually get to where I want to go. So it will take me a little bit longer than it did the original one, but I also have a feeling that we have to pass carefully here. Okay, we are going down. I just have to make sure that I don't catch the part of this space dock with my wing. I just have to remind myself that to go underneath it, so yes. 20 meters to the target, and let's go now a little bit sideways. Okay. You know, come on, don't let me down. You are doing great, buddy. Okay, decelerate ever so slightly. Remember, just puffs. Not really, you know, long burns. Okay, great. Now that we are actually putting some positive distance, let's arrest our C velocity. Great. Keeping it at 0 and just now small puffs here and there to align correctly. And I have a feeling this docking port will be coming right between our tails. Okay. Good. Now, you know, once again, you know, like Kustha did, put it in the reverse and let it gently coast. 10 meters. Nice work. Oh. Just buffs here and there, buddy. You are doing great. Now a little bit puff up and... There you go. 4 meters to go. I think you're doing great. 1 meter to go. Half a meter to go, and... Ladies and gentlemen, we have a soft dock. Amazing. Oh, this is a screenshot. Let me just find the best angle. Yeah, something like that. Showing the full glory of this station together with its 2 shuttles. Amazing. Now, finally, spacedock is doing what it was designed to do. I'm actually pretty proud of how that went. Okay guys, we come to the end of this episode. Like if you like, hit subscribe for more content, and I'll see you all in the next one. Thank you very much for watching. This is GrunfWorks signing off.